Greetings, faithful viewer. Guess where we're going today? Okay, originally the thinking was I was going through the stuff in my miscellaneous section of my inventory, trying to unload some of that, and it told me that I couldn't get rid of Dawson's tape because it was still an active quest, and it's like, I did
flowers. What brighten this place up?
I didn't think that was still active though. I mean, see, this is the problem when you actually are running multiple playthroughs. You kind of forget what you've done and what. And now that I look at it, I might as well have just left that one in there because the biggest one is 39, and yeah, if I put that in there, I'll just have to be changing it out soon, so. Although, that's undoubtedly the one I had been using. So we'll just take this one and we'll load up. So anyways, the idea is to go down near, out in the west, just above Fort Hagen, where the other Sentinel suit is usually out wreaking havoc. Because if he's still around, then yeah, I still haven't finished the mission. So those aren't up. So while we're here, let's go ahead and send them up. I gotta admit though, this always strikes me as really, it doesn't make sense. It's like you raise the array so it repeats weak signals to make them stronger. But the thing is you would follow, when you follow the radio signal, you wouldn't follow it to its original source. You should follow it to the amplified source coming from the radio tower. So, yeah, none of that makes any sense. I mean, I'm not an expert in radio, but I mean, I do still have my radio telephone operator's permit from the FCC, which basically means I can work at a radio station. That wasn't right. None of them did what they were supposed to do. That's kind of boring. So let's put another one in here. See, the idea is I'm shooting at the valves because you're supposed to knock the valve off and it's supposed to just launch itself. And yet for some reason it won't do it for me. It's very annoying actually, but oh well. Oh, Hancock admires me. That means we're going to have to stop and have a lengthy conversation here real soon. He must be thinking about what he wants to say.
So?
Okay. I left too soon.
Hey.
I take requests.
Hey, Hancock.
To think I ever doubted you.
Oh, yeah? What kind of doubts?
You kidding me? You look like you'd fallen out of the vault that day. I thought I'd see you picking your teeth out of the gutter by sunup. It's just real rare these days. Find someone who's not willing to take things the way they're handed to them. Too many good folks not willing to get their hands dirty. And too many assholes taking advantage of it. Look at what happened at Diamond City. Before McDonough took over, it was a half-decent place to live. A little stricter than I usually go for, but not terrible. I thought he and I had a pretty happy childhood. But then he decides he's gonna try and get elected with his anti-ghoul crusade. Mankind for McDonough. Before you know it, you got families with kids lining up to drag folks they call neighbor out of their homes and throw them to the ruins.
You and McDonough knew each other as kids?
Oh yeah. Guy's my brother. Grew up together in a little shack on the waterfront. Guy was the standard big brother. Entitled, punchy, liked to shove rotten potatoes down my shirt and slap my back. But I never thought he'd be capable of something like what they did to those ghouls.
Why did McDonough campaign against the ghouls?
Because he thought he could win. There'd always been a pretty clear divide between the folks living in the stands and those down on the field. I'm not convinced they didn't do it just to improve their view. I remember storming into his office above the stands after the inauguration speech. He was just standing there, staring out the window, watching as the city turned on the ghouls. He didn't even look at me. Just said, "I did it, John. It's finally mine." Should have killed him right there, but I don't think it would have changed anything. Instead, I pleaded with him, begged him to call it off. He said he couldn't. He had nothing against the ghouls. He was just carrying out the will of the people. And he couldn't betray the voters. And then he smiled. That hideous fucking mile-long smile. He never smiled like that when we were kids. I didn't even recognize him.
Wait, what do you mean you didn't recognize him?
I don't know, just didn't seem like the guy I grew up with. Guess that all makes sense now, knowing that he was with the Institute. But honestly, I think I'm more angry now. I mean, where do I draw the line? Was the guy I grew up with the amoral piece of trash who gave the ghouls the boot, or was that just some synth making a play for the city? Have I been hating the guy all these years for nothing? Almost makes me wish I didn't know. At the time, though, I just couldn't wait to get away from him and his whole damn constituency.
Of all the things I've seen since leaving the vault, this seems almost merciful.
Sure, no one got beheaded at first. I still wasn't a ghoul at this point, so I didn't have to leave, but I couldn't bring myself to stay in that cesspool after that. I'd been sneaking off the Goodneighbor for years to get decent chems, so I knew the safe routes. I managed to track down a couple of the families, lead them there, but most couldn't get used to the Goodneighbor lifestyle. I brought them food for a couple of weeks, but after a while, they just disappeared. Folks in Diamond City signed their death warrants, and all the good people were willing to just sit by and watch. I felt like I was the only one who saw how screwed up things truly were, who couldn't just pretend things were fine. Still feel that way. Or I did. Until I met you. I know I run my mouth, but having someone who sees the world for what it is, and is willing to do something about it, it's meant a lot to me. I feel damn lucky to have you as a friend.
I feel exactly the same, Hancock. It's been a hell of a ride thus far.
Then here's to a long road, with plenty of ammo. Well, thanks for hearing me out. You probably weren't looking for a history lesson, were ya? You want to hit the road?
Okay, now, here's something to consider. The people that were replaced by Institute synths, they either ended up dead, or they ended up worse. Now, just imagine, what if, let's put it this way, who was strong? Because all of these super mutants were somebody at one time. I mean, what if Strong was Roger Warwick? What if Strong was Hancock's brother? You know, it's just... I mean, we know about Swan.
The Minutemen took down the Institute. They're more resourceful than I thought.
Yep, we were.
That as old as it looks?
I mean, We know Swan, because we saw the documentation for Swan in his own hand there by the pond. Or, I don't know. Yeah, I think I went through all that stuff already. So, I mean, you know, we saw that Swan turned into, a guy named Swan turned into Swan. And we know that Virgil was Brian Virgil, and he returned to Brian Virgil. So who was strong? Who was Fist? I mean, some of them had names. But who were they? I mean, think about it. One of those critters could have been Hancock's brother. Okay, we have a civil alert broadcast somewhere. Now, I think I know where that's coming from. So we're going to head that way. Yep, it's getting stronger as we head that way. Oh, look, a tank. I'm surprised the gunners aren't all over it. Okay, we heard a couple of gunshots, so we know there's, well, I mean, oh wow.
You just say the word if you want to take a little.
Oh look, we've got a legendary Protectron. Let's go after that legendary Protectron.
We'll bury ya!
Oh jeez. I was trying to sneak up on him there, Hancock. Your nail guns seem to be more like railroad rifles. Oh. They usually don't go kabloom like that, so... Oh. Resolute automatic laser rifle. And... Oh, he had a couple of handies after him.
Should have stayed gone. Well, but are not limited to Washington, D.C., hey, New York, I got something. Philadelphia, and Boston.
Okay, there was nothing there to shoot at, so I shouldn't have shot at it. Let's clean this up. Can I get to him? Nope. Everything's just going to... Apparently Bats doesn't know how to shoot through a hole.
This is a message from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Emergency Alert System.
Yeah, probably won't shoot through that hole either.
This morning, Saturday, October 23rd, authorities detected that a nuclear attack had commenced against the United States. The following cities affected include, but are not limited to, Washington,
Got him.
Won't recognize you when I'm done.
Boston.
Finally.
If you are receiving this emergency alert message,
Okay, this guy was somewhere else.
from radioactive
Got
fallout.
more than I wanted, I think. Oh. Bye.
This has been an emergency action notification.
Or day.
Well, seems things have quieted
This is a
down.
message from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts Emergency Alert System. This morning, Saturday, October 23rd,
But we're not actually here
authorities
to
detected that a nuclear attack had commenced against the United States.
loot Rust
The
Devils.
following cities affected
We're
include,
here because
but are not
of
limited to, Washington, D.C., New York, Philadelphia,
this.
and Boston. If you seek shelter that can provide protection from radioactive fallout.
Okay.
This has been an emergency...
Dog tags. Probably the poor sap that was here reading off the announcement. Although I'm sure he survived.
Got
At
it.
least the initial attack, because we don't see him here. I mean, obviously he was here to make the announcement in the first place. I think he probably went ahead and bailed when as soon as it seemed like it was reasonably safe. Wow, that was kind
That's
of
it.
tough for a novice lock. I don't think there's anything else really down here, is there? Yeah, I've been looking on Amazon for some alternative methods of doing my recordings. Because for some reason, the voice recorder app on my phone isn't smart enough to override the phone from sending other alerts through. Okay, well, there's something interesting over that way. Let's go over and find out, shall we? Okay, we've got nothing here trying to attract my attention. I'm pretty sure I know what this is we're heading for. Because, well, you should know too. It's the title of this episode. I haven't been out here yet, so we needed to do this anyway. But I'm guessing the message you get from here is on a different relay tower. Alright, so let's see what's up here. Now, we don't bother rounding up all the stuff. But the story of this place is you had the Boston mayor at the time who had a stereotypically bossy wife who demanded that he build her and the family a nice place to wait out the war should it happen. And he spent a lot of the public money doing just that. But then when push actually came to shove and the good citizens of Boston found out about it, they weren't real happy about that. And so a bunch of them came this way in hopes of partaking in some of the mayor's protected space here. And it gets bad, and said mayor is worried about his family. So in the end, he takes a bath with his radio in hopes that his body will keep the plebeians from running the rest of his family out of the vault, or the shelter here. But that didn't work because he had one of his guards didn't want to upset the missus, so he just kind of locked the bathroom.
About this place.
Locked the bathroom door and didn't tell anybody. But there's this shelter has new residents now, because all these people are gone. They aren't here anymore. But something is.
You're dead.
Oh, look! It's blue. Why is there some sort of
Gonna bother us again.
weapon shooting blue?
Actually worth something?
Yes, Hancock, it's worth something. I should have said, yes, John, it's worth something. You're in charge of a city. You have people that do business there. You should know some of this stuff is worth stuff.
I'm through.
Okay, well, there was only one attached to it, so if Hancock hadn't blown it away, I would have just turned it off. But we're past that now. Ah, there it is. Alright. And here's an elevator. This elevator is... oh, jeez. Is just... to go down a level. Oh, jeez. Okay, this elevator is just like the silly one at the vault in Far Harbor. If he's not on, he won't show up. Okay. Go in. Thank you. Alright, here we are. What we got here? Ooh, this looks like an alternate way to get someplace. Well, would you look at this? It's a pipe. Why is there a pipe? I don't know. There doesn't actually seem to be any logical reason for this pipe to be here. But here it is. Oh, it's Blitz. Okay, well this way's blocked off anyway. Oh, there's a...
Place like this will give a Deathclaw nightmares.
Funny you should say that. Alright. Maybe this is supposed to be ventilation shafts or something. What's down this way? Because it's still going.
Movement detected.
Oh,
Curious.
it ends. Alright. And gee,
Are you attempting an ambush?
you don't suppose there's some synths down here, do you?
The sensitivity of my sensors clearly needs adjustment. Hostile sensor reading detected.
Basketball court detected. Interestingly enough.
Why are you hiding?
No
Oh,
enemy detected.
yeah. This seems like a real good use of public funds.
Yeah, no
My
kidding.
scanners must be malfunctioning.
Not that I have.
There's no sport to spilling blood if the person ain't earned it. Lucky for us, the Commonwealth provides.
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay.
Is someone present? Engaging.
Come out. This one's got a death
Sustaining damage.
Yeah, so.
It?
I guess Hancock's blown through his fusion cells. Alright. Oh, we have another one. It's a door. What's in the door? Oh, this looks like a place you wanted to be.
Calculating most efficient
There's the
attack.
tape. Blowtorch. A mini nuke.
Appears to be nothing. Perhaps my
Fusion core.
Yeah.
Systems offline.
Yep, your systems are offline, alright. Too bad that's not good for anything. I mean, you know, me running around looking for all sorts of antifreeze, but that I actually can't do anything with. Because apparently it's not good for anything, except for being super thaw. Alright, well, let's get this bit over with. Yeah, how about that? I guess, see, that looks like it leads out somewhere. Except, of course, it can't actually... Ooh, look, a fat man.
Tell me that. Smell.
Nice.
It's not you. Because otherwise, you need to see a doctor.
Hey,
Hmm? Check the stash.
Yeah, I don't want to go through everything. Why did I do that? Give him some of this stuff anyway. I didn't give him any mini nukes because he would use the fat man at probably the most ill-advised time possible. That's just the way it works. Oh, look.
Movement detected. Curious.
Oh, there's some useful stuff there.
Overactive sensors. Nothing more.
An actual Nuka-Cola. How about that?
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Yeah. Come down here and let me blow you up.
Hello.
Oh, pro snap camera. Pointed towards a teddy bear with a baby rattle, like a microphone.
Is someone present?
That's what it struck me as. Like, but you never know. These guys put this stuff in and...
Odd. My scanners must be malfunctioning.
See, I don't even think these things are on the same level as we are right now.
sweet.
If anyone could find a use for that.
Of my sensors clearly needs adjustment.
And here we have a bathroom. And here we have back into the hallway. And that was me taking some time out for a second. Alright, this looks like somebody's bedroom. Maybe some kids. Maybe just some people. I mean, it's not like there's a lot of toys here. Although there was the Mr. Gutsy model kit. I had a Mr. Gutsy model hanging around. IMD. I am dead, maybe? It's hard to tell. And in here we have more stuff. I can skip the Boston Bugle. I really can. Don't know as though I've ever actually noticed one of these things open like that. Oh, there we go. That was at least worthwhile. Soap, Abraxo. Don't make some bobby pins. Oh. And oh. I suppose this is Mummy and Daddy's room. Okay. I should have sped this one up. I didn't. See, the thing with Master is just trying to find out that tiny little spot you need to make it work. Alright, I know where that spot is now. See? Told you.
Yes.
Wow, that's another stealth boy. That's two I've picked up in here. Need a hairbrush. Mummy and Daddy's. Oh, look! Astoundingly awesome tails! Generate 1 point of health per minute. You know what? That's actually pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can get in here.
Nice.
Ah, look, it's the mayor. There's his tape, which obviously didn't leave this room. Yeah, we've looked in here. In fact, we have, for the most part, I think, picked up all of the valuable stuff. So now it's time to make our way on out.
World's always gonna have tyrants. But if I get my way, there'll be a lot less.
You kind of wonder why there's a cooler with radroach meat down here.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Like I said, I didn't think they were on the same level we were on earlier.
Hope you're not looking for something specific in here.
Actually, I was, but I've already found the specific thing I was looking for, so... And you're just a bottle. I don't need a bottle right now. This is a storeroom. Door leading into another storeroom with industrial size shortening. Just in case. Oh. Well, this was something I wasn't expecting. How about that? And it's... Nope, it's that. Okay. Well, I'm good with the ASAM sensors now then, I guess. We have enough smokes to last me for a while, too.
Sweet.
Oh, now I find the key. Oh, well. So, Mr. Handy Fuel. Bag of cement in the freezer. Okay. Another bar of soap. Okay, let's start working our way on back out.
There anything you can toss?
No, not right now. Don't worry about me. I think I'm at the point where I should be.
Is someone present?
Over strength 2. It didn't really need to zoom in that much. I'm gonna shoot at you even though I can't see you.
I know you are still there.
Oh, legendary. I think I got him.
Got it.
I am equipped with the most advanced Institute sensors available. I will be were wise to flee.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to, I'm going to have to use the terminal to get that door open. Now, it's an expert lock terminal. Now, actually, I got this. This was the first pass.
There we go.
Because, like I said in the last episode, I think, it's easier sometimes to get the harder locked doors because you've got bigger words and it's easier to, sometimes it's easier to make the match when you've got bigger words.
Hello.
Oh, look at this. A lot of Rad X. Some rifle rounds, some more ammo, some Rad Away.
The sense.
And here we're going to use this as an opportunity to, I think I'm carrying something I don't need to carry. And that would be... Yeah, I don't need that.
Sensitivity of my sensors clearly needs adjustment. Movement detected. Curious. Over.
Ooh, a ghoul slayer
Nothing more.
Chinese sword. Exactly
Hostile sensor reading detected.
sure what I would do with a Chinese ghoul slayer sword, but there's our elevator. And he's
Odd. My
stuck.
scanners must be malfunctioning.
Come on, Hancock. Come back this way to try to get him to
Sensor
unstick
indicating
himself.
Seal eye was in error. No enemy detected.
Okay, he's unstuck. Good. Alright, let's get in this elevator. Come on. Alright, we're good.
Appears to be nothing. Perhaps my sensors need calibration. You must die now.
What was that? I didn't hear you. Here, say it in my good ear.
Is someone present?
We ain't alone.
Where were you guys when we came down? There's...
Well, they tried. I guess you could call that trying.
I mean, there was more... Ooh. Okay, that looks too interesting. Yeah, I grabbed the armor pieces too. I don't know what it is. Alright. See, some of this... Yeah, future stuff. What can I say? Like when we get to the point of when I get to the point where I'm start doing walkthroughs of places, and it's like, hey, look, here's what this looks like now that I'm not doing this playthrough anymore. Or as Oxhorn would call them, his lived-in looks. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Alright, we're home. How about that? Hi.
Hey,
Just say the word. Sure, check the stash.
Why are you carrying an officer's sword? That's really weird. Okay. Well, if you want, you can keep them. I don't care. Yes, I'm still carrying too much. We know that. It's all in my purse, I guess. Just checking my damage ratings. They all look like they're good enough for now. Now we're going to go through and unload everything. And there's a lot of it to unload. Okay, that was it. So now we can get rid of that. Now let's get rid of these other things. Yeah, there will be an extra after this, where I will basically just scroll through my legendary inventories. Mainly because I was kind of curious as to where I had mislaid the, or stored, I should say, the silver submachine gun. So, I took a little time after this episode to hunt through the, well, through these. And no, this isn't it. This is just me unloading them. Or unloading me into them. Okay, I have no... I guess it's all weapons then. The Ghoul Slayer's Chinese officer sword, and it was, yeah, the laser rifle. Okay. But these are the lists that we will go through in that extra that I put up later. Of course, yeah. By later, I mean probably the same day I put this up.
Fresh
So,
flowers would brighten this place up.
she says
Yes?
that a lot. You know,
I'll try to make myself useful. No one wants to see a grown man feeling
I
sorry
I
for
want to
himself.
chit-chat.
Okay, whatever. Alright. I have decided that I need to... I mean, yeah, it doesn't weigh anything or enough to matter. But I've got so much stuff there, trying to sort through it all.
Thank you. It's like I can finally think straight.
I'm glad you can finally think straight. As we go through all of this stuff. Yeah, see, because a lot of this stuff, especially just the letters. I don't know, maybe we'll just... I'll pick an episode where I'll just scroll through the letters and we can look at them all. And I've run out of space. Alright, let's go to the next one. We'll just skip down to the bottom because we knew we were pretty much at the bottom anyway. Can't put down the year special. But I've got some Wasteland survival guides. I think that's it, right? I don't think we'll look. I don't think there's anything else. See, because some of that was stuff from way back in Far Harbor Day. Alright, it's almost midnight.
Hey, if you need something, I'm all over it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We taught those raiders a lesson. We'll teach them again if they come back.
I used to be quite the adventurer when I was younger. Now, these old bones just can't keep up.
Huh? You know what?
Oh, jeez.
Since we talked, I'm feeling swell. Look at the two of us here in Sanctuary.
One guy who
Prepared for the future.
doesn't have a whole spiel he's got to say. And strangely enough, I have nobody showing up as unemployed. I have a lot of people doing things that aren't on this list. My teacher's not on this list. My students are not on this list. Jenny is not on that list. I don't think Jenny's on the list. My pastor is not on the list. I don't think my Slocum's Joe... See, even the Slocum's Joe people are going out. Even though there was nobody here to serve them donuts and coffee. See, this is another thing I need to finish. This corner's going to have a bathroom in it when I get done with it. That's why I left the corner open, so I could just put a bathroom. I need to... Again, when I do my version of Oxhorn's lived-in videos, I will fix all the bathrooms and get all the beds sorted out, but that's for another time. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Watch out for the extra. Bye now.